Hi developers, I'm Hossein Dilai, Microsoft MVP. UX Diverse has asked me to create a product review for one of their products, which is Grial UI. Grial UI is a set of templates that you could use in your Xamarin Forms application. You can choose between more than 70 pages and user controls. All work on Android and iOS for smartphones, but also for tablets. You can give it a try by downloading the Android and iOS application that shows all those screens from the stores. All the screens are customizable, so you can change the font sizes, you can change the background images or the text colors and so on. Let's take a look to some of those screens. Here we do have all the screens and all the pages that we could use in Grial UI. So let's take a look, for example, to the timeline right here. So we do have this page where we have circular images for those people with information about each one. Let's take a look at the social one. So right here we do have information about one of the users, the number of likes, number of comments, and so on. Also we get his photos, and note that here the photos are organized on a grid view. If we go to messages, then choose chat messages list, then here we do have this really nice user interface useful for chatting. So if you have a chat in your application, then this is really a nice template to use. And here if you go to dashboards, then choose Grial Movies, and we do have this nice user interface where here we can swipe items horizontally in a horizontal list view. If we also go to dashboard cards, then right here we can see we do have cards displaying information right here, a circle image with a background for each card. And if we go to Grial font icons, then here you find dozens of icons that we can use for our Xamarin Forms project, and the same icons are also available on the Android project. When you buy Grial UI, then what you get is not just a single black box binary file, but instead you get all the source code for Grial UI. That means you have more control to customize every single screen on Grial UI. Let me show you a demo on how to use Grial UI in your Xamarin Forms project. After creating an account into Grial UI admin site right here, I can create a new app to download all the source code. So I name it my application Grial app, then hit next, and right here I can go and download this source code. I open that project in Visual Studio, and right here I do have the projects for Android and for iOS, and those two projects doesn't have any application code almost, just we have the resources, the local images for both the Android and iOS projects. The same for Android right here, the local images and icons special for Android. And here we do have a little renders folder, but it only contains one renderer. So all the code is inside the PCL project. For that, here we do have the app.xaml, which will just create the starting page, our main page for the application. And in the XAML code right here, we can choose the theme that we want to use. Here we do have 3 themes. If we take a look at the themes folder right here, we can see that we do have some 3 themes, and you can also create your own theme. If you go to that option, then right here for each theme you can create your own colors, your own set to create the screens for your application. So this respects the MVVM design pattern. For that we do have models, then we do have view models and views. So let's take a look at some of the views defined here. Let's take a look at the dashboard, for example. So here the dashboard view uses binding context to bind against a view model. This view model is the dashboard cards view model, which contains a list of items. Each item have title, body, section, and so on, and we want to show those inside our page, here inside the dashboard cards page. For that, here we do have the items and the special UI controls for Grial UI used right here. And because this is a XAML view, so you can use the Xamarin Forms previewer in order to edit this screen and change it before running the application on the real device. Here we do have a dashboard card item template, for example, which have a high request of this number. I can change that to be, for example, 200, and I can immediately see the change in the live previewer right here. The source code is written in MVVM design pattern. That means the application is really easy to understand and to maintain, and the views are written in the XAML language. This means you can use Xamarin Forms previewer or the live preview application in order to design the screens. In addition to phones, Grial UI also supports the tablets, so all the elements can adapt to the tablet size. It's also fully customizable because at the end you get the source code, so you do all the customizations you need to do. For the cons, what you need to know is that Grial UI, at least until today, it supports only Xamarin Forms. This means it doesn't support Xamarin.iOS or Xamarin.Android projects. And also, we don't have user controls for creating charts. For more about Grial UI Kit, visit grialkit.com.